Good morning. Surprise. That camera is not quite right. It's okay. And a problem that I had, I thought I fixed. I don't think I fixed. Wait for some people to get here. Oh, and there's Practically Creative. Melissa. Melissa's here. Okay, we can start. Good morning. Good morning. I am in need of coffee. I've downsized my coffee most of the time. I have to keep it away from my stuff. I spill. I'll introduce myself. Hi, I'm Coleen. Coleen sews and chats because I sew and I chat. And I am very random. I really didn't know what I was going to do today. I just thought, like a Band-Aid, pull it off, get back on a live, see what's up. And I don't have my screen right. Oh, remembering how to do everything, and things have changed a little bit, and it's only been July since I've been alive. The end of last July. Practically Creative. Look at this. Hi, Coleen. Hi, Melissa. And okay, now I think I got my things going. Hopefully I don't have any feedback. Let's see. All right. Now I can pay attention. Janet Johnson. Yay, Janet. Janet is Australia, right? Good evening. I had it on my other phone. I switched phones. I need to switch my time frames. Yes. I remember something. I'm telling you, my brain has been fried. Anyway, Janet Johnson says, nice to see you back. Hope your parents are doing okay. My parents are doing okay. I talked to my younger brother yesterday, and apparently they got a problem with the water pipes going through the yard. Sewer pipes, I guess they're called. So I guess him and my other brother are digging those up to fix those. Good morning. Good morning. I'm not alone. Good morning, Sylvia. She says, hi, gorgeous. Sherlock Sews. I went right past Sherlock Sews. Lori. Good morning, Lori. And I call her Lori because we have so many Loris sometimes. That way she doesn't talk to her. And I don't think Lori's in my bot. We need to fix that. Lori has a channel. She just puts up things when she feels like it. Seriously, when she feels like it. She does not feel peer pressure. She put a serger video up of her teaching her daughter. I may have to do that old school, Melissa. And the bot, have I signed into the bot? I did sign. I don't even know if the bot's working. Good morning, Stephanie. And Stephanie's Quilting with Stephanie Stitches is here. Wow, full house. I really need to see why my bot's not doing its thing. This is one reason I wanted to do just a live chat so I could see what I didn't know. It may be mad at me for not signing in for almost a year. Okay, it's there. Join channel. Get left the channel. Figuring things out. Pardon me while I ignore everything. Okay. It did. It dismissed it from my channel. Let's get that back on there real quick. It says it's on there. Okay, go back to my stream. It says it is on here, but I'll put it back on again. I didn't do that right. Who showed us how to use an iPhone? Okay, that's what I did. Oh, I may not. Did I press save? Why is there like 60 Nightbot choices? That can't be good. Capital N. And chat's going crazy. But that's it. Okay, it says it's on the channel. Sorry about that. Sorry. I have to remember how. I'm telling you, fried brain is a problem. Oh, everybody's saying hi. Thank goodness. Oh, thank you, Janet. Janet Johnson says, give Coleen a thumbs up. Yes, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me scroll up, see what I missed while I was messing with the Nightbot. Everyone's saying hi. Yay. Okay, I don't plan on this to be a long one because I am, as it said, just chatting, trying to figure things out. It is great to see Stephanie. I missed y'all. You just don't know. Watching on TV, I'm just like, I had to stop watching a lot because it was just, I got depressed. I like not saying anything because by the time I got home from my mom's on a Saturday, I couldn't move. And then I was gone 5-6 hours a day and I was donating twice a week. And I was just, there was nothing left of me. And I am so glad to see everyone. That's a huge cup of coffee. It's smaller than my old one. My old one was twice this size. And it's probably like half cream and sugar. More accurate might be it's a huge cup of sugar. Melissa said that's smaller than a normal cup. It is. I changed. Said I didn't need that much caffeine or sugar. Don't know which one did it. But the Nightbot, when it wakes up, and we all know it sleeps, when it wakes up, it will join us. And I'm trying to look at the camera. My chat's over here. That's what I'm going back and forth. I'll get the hang of it again. If it doesn't wake up, links are below this video to all my moderators and a couple of friends in the description box. It is Quilting with Stephanie Stitches says it's great to see everyone, and I don't remember if I said Sherlock So says kid is home now. She'll send me a video on her finishing her dress. Yay! Left mamas with a new skill. That's impressive. My kids leave here with hugs and kisses. Sylvia's waiting for lunch to arrive. French toast. Oh. I was making French toast for like an entire summer one year. Not so good for your hips. Stephanie says French toast sounds yummy. Okay, let's do my updates now that we've got some people here. Let's see. College kid, graduated. And I keep getting these messed up. Whatever the highest one is, summa cum laude. I may not be pronouncing that right. I don't pronounce things right. They had it wrong on the graduation because they hadn't figured in the last year's grades. I mean, why would they do that? They had him down as the next lower one, but he graduated at the highest. Let's see. Anyway, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, whichever one is the highest, he graduated with, and he's got computer science degree and a math degree and credits for a minor in statistics. He doesn't have a job yet. He's not driving yet. He's taking a little bit of a break. His daddy wants him to. Mama needs a break too, because I'm still going to have to be driving until he passes that test, which will be very soon, because I've told him. I said, here's your choices. You take the test and passed it, and we pay for your insurance. You take the test and you don't pass it, we pay for your driving lessons. And he said, okay, because I'm not driving no more. At least not that much. Melissa says magna is higher. So, yeah, magna cum laude. Words I never thought I'd be saying. He's brilliant. The only time he didn't get A's, what was that? I think he had 2 tests. He figured out what the lowest grade he'd get and still get his goal. And that's how he took the test. Apparently, that's how lots of college people take tests. He got that advice from my father-in-law once, and a girl at the plasma center was telling me that's what she does. So apparently that's common. It's like, why would you do that? Yeah. So let's see. Where did I live off? Melissa says I have to take some clothes in because they are now too big for my hips. Yay. Sylvia says we call it eggy bread though here. Oh, that's cool. Stephanie says, awesome, congrats. I will tell him you said so. So Lori, she loves so, says congratulations. Oh, okay. Melissa says Mr. Google Pants says summa cum laude is higher. So it was summa cum laude. I don't know all these things. Gypsy woman, Wendy. Wendy is here. Oh, it's good to see you. I was thinking about you the other day. You know what I bought? And as my friend Lori pointed out, because I just wanted to buy something for me, I bought those hump jumpers. They're plastic hump jumper thingies. Nightbot says it's on. It's not awake yet. If it is on, I'm not going to worry about it. All links to all friends are below in the description box. And if you're not watching the live chat, you should, because occasionally we have hilarious and informative conversations over there. Gypsy Woman says she's doing great. She's been busy making bags. Oh, I bet they are. Melissa says, I bet they're gorgeous, just like your quilts. Gypsy Woman says, oh, good for you. It's Melissa. Yes, and that's why I did it. All the stuff, all the money I was getting from donating plasma was going to my parents. And when I was almost done with that, I was like, I need to get a couple things for my sewing, just for me. Sherlock says, always treat yourself. That it's true. Gypsy Woman did the quilted scarecrow. I saw that. I saw Lori Holt showing that on her sewing room thing. Oh my goodness. Fern King, good morning. And I didn't watch, I gotta admit to it, I did not watch Stephanie's live from last Saturday yet. I was wiped from our live in the morning over on Melissa's channel because it was fun. I think my hips are still telling me I need to lay down though, but that's okay. Let's see. While I was over at my parents' house, I was honing my handyman skills. So you'll see a couple of posts of that. Just it was something to share. I thought you guys might be a little interested in other things I can do. I don't know that I do them well. Anyway, I went to my mom's house, and you may have seen this short. You may have not. It may not be up yet. When I first job was cleaning and making sure everything was sanitary. Very sanitary. Not, I'm not trying to dog my mom or anything. I'm just saying. people have different standards. And after finding my mom in bed dying, whoop, mine went up for the house. So after I scrubbed a lot of floors because she walks around barefoot. You know, raised in the country, a lot of us walk around barefoot. So, oh, I didn't miss the live. I interrupt myself a lot in case you didn't know. Yay. Oh, yes. We're all green with envy on Lori Holt's space. Sherlock says Lori Holt has a whole floor as working space. Yep, I'm jealous. Me too. Oh, Lori Holt. Gypsy Mom says Lori Holt did the applique one. She did the pieced one. Oh. Wait, was that Lori Holt? It may not. It may have been another one that I saw show that, because the one I saw was pieced, so I might be wrong. The TV just plays things sometimes. But Colty with Stephanie Stitches says, Stephanie Stitches. Okay, time tight. I had to postpone my live, so you didn't miss much. Well, that's good and that's bad. I did make it into Mom and Pop's live. When I was rewatching, I don't think I said hello to Laura Lynn in Melissa's live. I was really, trying to get what I was doing done. Because I know Melissa, she usually has a hard cutoff time. 1 hour, girl. We're out of here. We have so much fun. It just flies by. But I saw Laura Lynn come in, and she said it was good to see you. I was like, oh. And then I saw her live, and Dawn over at My Quilt Projects. I'm going to have to pin a comment with all these people I mentioned. Dawn over at My Quilt Projects showed me and some girlfriends a picture of some panels that she did with the potato chip border around the panels, and it was so cute. She said I was so inspired, and she did it that day. She was telling about that in Laura Lynn's chat, and they had some technical difficulties, and I was like, I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one, but when it's your technical difficulties, you start, a little bit of panic sets in sometimes. Gypsy Woman had one of her featherweights custom painted. I bet that's gorgeous. She hurt her arm. Stephanie, you hurt your arm? I sure hope it gets better. Oh my goodness. I broke my toe over at my mom's, and it wasn't good enough that I just broke it. What I was saying about my mom's is, after I had scrubbed floors and cleaned out their cabinets and got the eating area, I got that all to my satisfaction as much as I could. I asked my mom, I was like, okay, what do you need? And she said, the bar in the laundry room is too high. So instead of taking that bar down and out, I got a new bar, and I moved it down a foot, which makes it hit the top of the washer. Not ideal, but what use is it if you can't reach it? And she puts a lot of clothes back there. Anyway, while I'm putting this bar up there, I climbed on the step ladder they have, and I climbed on the washer. I climb on things. I do. If I need to do something, I will find a way, and on my own. I climbed on the washer, and apparently when I was stepping down from the washer and my foot kind of twisted, and it does that every now and then because my ankles, I think, are weak, and I was like, ow. But then every couple steps, I screamed every time I said ow, and I say ow a lot because of my back and everything else, and I'm working. I'm working, things are falling. My mom and my niece would both yell, Coleen, are you okay? And my niece would come running in, and I'm fine. But then I couldn't walk on my foot anymore. I was like, well, my back's done, my foot's done. I guess I'm going home. I came home, and a week later, it was still messed up. And I kept thinking, I'm not going to the doctor. I don't want to go to the doctor. I've had a broken toe before, and it's way up in the foot, though. It's not like at the end of your toe. It's in your foot. There's the night butt. I guess it woke up. Uh-oh. That's right. So anyway, I broke my foot, and because I didn't put a cast on it, every time I got better, I redid it. I reheard it, and I did that for like a month before I got a cast off of Amazon and put it on there. So anytime I wasn't driving to stand on, because it's my right foot, that's the one I drive with. So then I had to put that cast on, and it took forever for that thing to heal. My mom's like, "Don't come over," and I was like, "I don't want my forward momentum going backwards." Let's see. I don't remember if it was before that or after that, and I'll get back in chat. 'Cause I love seeing you guys. I really do. Um, I was. I noticed she didn't have storage. One of the problems is there was no storage. They've got a huge house. They've had it for since I was 3 years old. So over 40 years. Well, over 40 years, and it's went through some changes. I've done lots of changes. Why they didn't put more shelving in there, I'm not sure. So I was like, okay, I can see the problem. One, we've got too much stuff. So we went through a lot of her clothes and stuff that didn't feed her anymore, a lot of crafts that wasn't, you know, doing her any good anymore. And between, between, I'd have to take everything to her, let her go through it, and take it out. So over the time period, I stopped counting at 40, 33-gallon bags of donations and just stuff that was just going to go in the garbage. Anyway, when we got this down to a more manageable point, I went in her room and I was looking around because things were stacked. And I was trying to see a solution for that. And I looked in her closet and I realized she has several feet above the bar in her closet, which I also had to lower because it hurt me putting things up on it. So I lowered that bar about this much. And then I went and I got the wood and I put shelving on both sides of her closet. Yeah, it's not, better homes and garden or whatever, picture perfect, but it will do. And it's not painted. I was like, we're not going for pretty right now. We're going for functionality. We need places to put things. So they have a home so they could go back there eventually. So I did that. I replaced her. She has a bookcase that was bowing and all kinds of things. So I replaced the bookcase. And what I did, it's a cheap bookcase from Walmart. It's like $35, $40. She bought the bookcase. And I told her, I said, I think the most efficient way to use time and money right now would just buy the cheap bookcase. And I was going to get it. She decided to because she's tired of me buying things. I told her it makes me happy. Let me bless you. That's why God put me here. Anyway, she bought the bookcase. And I said, I think what's going to serve us best is I'll put the bookcase together for now, but I'm going to get wood to replace those shelves so they don't bow on you again and tear up. So I did that. I got the wood to replace the shelves. I put a shelf up because she wanted her stereo. She's got, one of those old stereos, probably. Well, the stereo itself is the size of my sewing machine. Then it's got the speakers by it. She wanted to listen to music while she was in the kitchen or the dining room. I was like, okay, we've got to find a place to put that. Because that's one of the first things I saw and heard that she wanted a radio where she could get it because it was on her dresser and it wasn't plugged in. And we found tons of cassettes and CDs. Yes, old school cassettes and CDs. Google it in case you're young. And if you're young, I don't know why you're watching me. I'm teasing. Wow, lots of chat. I will have to catch up. I promise I will catch up. But what was I saying? Oh, okay. I got the board and the shelving brackets and they sat there for a while. And I was like, Mom, do you have an idea where this can go? I said, I thought here, but it's going to be in the way of that. And I thought over there, but it's going to be in the way of that. And your wall space, she's like, I can't think of the decorating stuff everybody used to have, but she decorates her walls a lot. But we kind of needed more vertical space. So I told her, I said, well, she's got 2 dolls hanging up in the dining room, the big crocheted dress dolls. I said, do you care if I move those up and we'll put the shelf underneath there? I said, it's not ideal, but it's kind of next to the stove. So she can get to it. And I had to put it lower. And so she said, yeah, that's fine. She said, just leave the dolls down. I said, no, we're going to put the dolls back up because my mom likes to decorate. She needs her pretties. I don't care how much she has. She needs her pretties. So I put the dolls up and I put the radio up. And then we learned when my brother comes in, who lives there. He's older than me. He says, we really need somewhere for that air fryer. I have to move it to get into the freezer every time I went in the deep freeze. And that shelf was just long enough that the air fryer could sit right next to the radio. And it was over their kitchen table a little bit. My dad's the only one that really eats at the kitchen table unless there's a, holiday, which then the table's pulled out. And so I had to explain to everybody that shelf is going to be a problem if you try to sit under it. But once this table is pulled out, it's not going to matter. My mother, I don't think she was very excited about what I did, but it was functional. And sometimes you got to settle for functional. So anyway, she got her radio up. I cleaned off her bookshelves, organized all those, and she has a million quilting books that I need to go through. In fact, I got away from there with a quilt. And I'm not going to say where I got these, but now I think antique is over 50 years old, but I think it's safe to call these vintage. They are over 30 years old. There's several of them. I'm going to finish up. Whoop. Let's see if I can. Always works best. Always. They're sunbonnet Sue's. My dad's mother started. She has some lace, and she's got little pins in all of these. Anyway, she had a few that she had appliqued down, but I was going to finish these. I'm going to put some SF101 on the back of them because this is extremely, extremely light. And I think the lady said they thought it was linen probably when we were in Discord. And Melissa also suggested using a sheet, sew it, turn it out, stitch it down to protect the stitches that my grandmother had already made and all that. So I thought I'd try that too. Anyway, those made it home with me out of a closet where they've been shoved for, probably almost 30 years at least, because I know grandma's been gone that long. So I gave her a bunch of storage stuff. I took over a ton of storage. In fact, probably a little bit more than she needed. I put a shelf up in the bathroom. I did things. I was busy. I got more done in those Saturdays than. Okay, I'm a baby sister and big sister. I can say this. In those Saturdays that my brothers had living there their entire lives. That's not exactly true. Just in the last few years, because my younger brother did do a whole lot of work there years ago, changing a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, okay, back in the chat. A lot of information, a little bit of time. Let's see. Where did I leave off? On the live, blah, blah, blah. This is so nice, does it? Okay, Sylvia went to eat. Power Tools with Thread is doing the Applique Scarecrow quilt too. Oh, cool. An hour is about all my arthritis will let me do, is what Melissa Practically Creative says. Yes, and I need to listen to my pains more than I do. Quilting with Stephanie Stitches says the arm is on and off. It will feel okay for a few days and then hurt so much. I want to cut it off. As she's laughing, she says, I'm just not patient enough to sit around with a sling on and let it get better. So my fault. That's what happened to my foot. I kept taking that, even after I got the cast, I kept taking it off. It's like, I need to move faster. Oh, and Dee Dee is here. Oh, Dee Dee. My friend Dee Dee over at My Big Tidy Up. I'll tell you what, Dee Dee and my girlfriends here are so encouraging. I mean, I was ran down. And I'd go over and I'd watch Dee Dee's and I'd email. And she is just very positive. And my girlfriends here, Melissa and Sylvia and Lori and Dawn, my quilt project, all kept in touch with me while I was gone. Practically Creative says, who else besides me automatically thinks of the 1960s when someone says 30 years ago instead of the 1990s? You weren't alive in the 60s. I was trying to think, how old am I? Oh, My Big Tidy. I just learned from Coleen now that I am probably considered vintage. I think it's safe to say everybody in my chat at this very moment is vintage. And what's the words I'm looking for? Going up in cost. After I said that's somebody's gonna take that the wrong way. More valuable is what I meant. Oh, I missed you guys. Oh, I need to laugh. I need to laugh and chat. And like I said, today's chatting. If you got your heart set and sewing, I'm sorry. Check out my videos, my friends' videos. Melissa says, brothers always seem to be oblivious to the state of the parents' house. Seriously, ain't that the truth? They were all happy that I was doing it. At least they kept saying they were. My mother was having a hard time with change, and I could see that. I've told people that you go in and you start touching other people's stuff, it can rub them the wrong way. I don't want people coming in and touching my stuff, telling me what I need to keep and get away. I let her make those decisions. I just brought everything to her, and occasionally, very occasionally, she did most of it without any prompts from me. Occasionally, I would have to say, okay, realistically, is this something that you're going to use? I said, and I hate to say that because I know it's her stuff and she wants her stuff. And I told her that. I said, and I'm sorry. I said, it stinks. It sucks. But realistically, is this something you're going to use? Is this something we need to keep, or can we donate it? And those times she'd usually decide on donating. And I'd tell her, I said, if you want to keep it, it's fine. It's yours. It's not mine to tell you. Gypsy Woman's an antique. I'll be an antique in a couple of years. Yes, Stephanie, you have to let it heal, or you're never going to get back to doing what you want to do. I finally had to take the weekend off at my mom's. I was like, I'm not coming. And my mom told me not to. She said, well, if you come, sit. And I was like, well, driving is a problem because I have to take that boot off. So I took the boot with me to put it back on. And then I was like stuck on the couch. I'd go get a bag and bring it over to the couch, and I'd sit there, or a box, and I'd drag it. And my mom was just, stop. You need to stop. She had a heat pad there. So that helped me stay there as long as I did. She had a heat pad that I would sit down on. I'd work until I couldn't stand. Then I'd sit down on the heat pad until it eased up, and I'd work until I could stand. So, but it healed. That way you get back sooner than later. Yes, I know. Coleen, Sylvia says, we love you, Coleen. And I love you. And then Stephanie says, I know, Melissa, but I see all the things not getting done, and I do. I know she does too. Oh, Melissa says, I'm not digging out blah, 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 blah. Stephanie, let's rewind that. Melissa Practically Creative says, Stephanie, I'm digging out from under years of being too ill to woman clean my house. I get it. Yes. And after being absent from my house, I've run the robot that I won over it on my big tidy up. I like the way she does her giveaways. You should check her out if you haven't. Yeah, I haven't changed. I ran that. I only ran it once a week because it's just 3 of us. We don't wear shoes. There's, it's just dust and hair, whatever. But I hadn't been able to give the house a good vacuum since I started going over my mom's with the upright. And last week, that's what I did. I went through the whole house and I gave it a really good vacuum, and it let me know it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but it needed it. Now I need to dust a lot. I got some things to do. I had a toilet paper roll that I was changing out from a wooden one to a nickel colored metal one that I'd put off for 8 years. I was like, I'm doing all the stuff at my mom's. I'm done over there for right now. Just done. So I got that done. I got another one of my cabinet things from Amazon for me. I think that was my Mother's Day gift. I don't remember. I put that together and changed the wheels on it because those cheap wheels are horrible. And while I was at it, I changed the wheels on this one to some good sturdy wheels. If you order a cabinet with wheels and they're not metal, they're those little plastic cheap ones, Get you some metal ones. Make sure they hold the weight, because the wheels held, I think they said like a 60-pound weight, and that cabinet was 78 pounds. Don't know where they learned to math at. Oh, let's see. Oh, where did they go? Sherlock says, I know the feeling, Stephanie. I have a quilt to finish and I need to lay flooring down. I know, there's always things to do. Last week, was it the 4th of July? My husband took off the day before the 4th, and he had the 4th off, and he was off until Monday. It wasn't the 4th of July because I donated on the 4th. On the 3rd, we had one of our couches. We set it outside for free. Apparently, if you put free on something, nobody wants it out here. So he's like, well, let's take it apart and see what kind of wood we can get out of it. You can have the fabric off of it. After I had changed the drawers in here, took all these drawers out and changed them, and it's going on noon and my back is going on done. My husband gets up from the couch and he says, I think we need to take apart that couch today. And I'm sitting in, I wasn't sitting on the floor. I'd just gotten up and gotten my heat pad. And went, okay, because I'm a people pleaser. We went out there and we took that couch apart. I had to stop before I died of heat stroke because the door was shut and there's no air in there. He doesn't want bugs in the house. So we went and opened the garage door. Anyway, we got that taken apart. I still have some cleaning to do on that. And and trimmer rug. Okay. Lori, can I tell about your Amazon experience? Let's see. And everybody's just going to be curious if you say no, and that's fine. None of your business in that case. Sylvia says, I've been in antique for a while. Closer to antique than vintage myself. I should have never said that. I was trying to find a delicate way to say these blocks and the fabric has been around a while and they're more delicate. I need to be careful with them. Apparently all I did was, give everyone in my chat a new name. It's not listening to commands. Let's see. So let me try it. If not, I will go over and I'll get all of them. Oh, Lori's still mad at it. I'd be mad at Amazon too. Melissa says maybe the bot has committed suicide like the one in South Korea. See, I have made it worse by saying delicate. Oh my gosh. Okay. I will take those off. I can't see. That's right. I gotta see the chat. Just have to stay on. Did you bring your inhalers? I have mine right over there, and now I'm gonna cough. My big tidy up says, yes, please. Let's remember we're just delicate now. Laughing emojis. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Let's see. I don't know why my Nightbot. I haven't looked at the Nightbot in a while. It's probably just mad at me. Let's see, where's Sylvia? I'm gonna get over here and if I can find my links, I'm gonna put them in there. They're all here. I'll have to look into that. I did re-add Nightbot, so it should have worked. I wonder if they've changed something else on YouTube that's not. Andre. Yes. Judy Tenuta. I can't say the name. She says, I'm a delicate flower. I say that a lot around here. They don't listen to me, and I start screaming that. And Dee Dee says, we love you. She's cracking up. I may have to change the settings to allow moderators to use the links. Oh, did they stop that? YouTube's, yeah, no. User level, everyone. That should not be. Oh, I need to look at 100 at a time. That would make this quicker. That should not be the problem. Because I've got it up now, I'm going to go in alphabetical order. That way I'm not scrolling back and forth. Okay. Apparently, my Nightbot has remembered to tell y'all thumbs up, this and that, and I'll read that later. But is against doing things like sharing people. Dawn is not here, but Dawn always gets a special shout from me. We do speak to each other on our Discord. And I love her. I'm telling you, we could have all been sisters at one time. And nobody would have known the difference. Okay. Oh, Sylvia says, thinks she had. Damn, let's go up a little bit. I'm terrible at skipping, and I apologize. I'm not intentionally skipping. Melissa said you may have changed the settings. And Fern King says, I'm sure your mom appreciated everything you did. Yeah, I think she did. I think it was overwhelming. That's what it was. It was overwhelming because I was there every weekend working. And she had 2 great grandchildren. She has 2 great grandchildren she cares for. So it was overwhelming. It wasn't that she was ungrateful. It was she was overwhelmed. Sylvia had to add the Nightbot when it happened to her. And as a mod. I just did that. I will do it again, though. I'll have to do another live and test it. Okay, got Dee Dee. Who else is over here? Where is? I guess Wendy doesn't. You and Gypsy Woman, you don't share on your YouTube page. You have some shares though. And let's see. There's one. I always share Mom and Pop because they always share everyone else. And if you check out my landing page, which is my home page, you can see a few people that I follow and I've been watching just for quite a while. Okay. Oh, yeah. Slay Arts is in here, but she gets an honorable mention too. Shannon over at Slay Arts. I haven't been keeping up with her well. I saw she does lives on Sunday, though. And yeah, I'm spamming my own chat. I hope that come up as a link with links because I enjoy it. There's super stuff. And be sure to go over to Stephanie's shop, sign in for, put your email in to get notifications when she has sales and stuff. I did go over there while I was spending money on myself and just kind of daydream on her Etsy. And, okay, you have a new project box coming out? Or you recently had one? I was looking for it. Melissa, I went right past you. I'm a horrible friend. Melissa is the type of friend that if you don't talk to her for a while and she knows nothing's going on, she's going to call you. Hey, you okay? Do you need me to call 911 for you? I was going to get lunch for everyone one day. My mom had went to the hospital. I think I donated that day. Yeah, my mom was gone. I donated. Then I went over there and I was just going to rest. But then she went to the hospital because she has a swelling in her arm and they put a stent in her heart. So they told her to go on to the hospital and I couldn't even take her. But once I got able to move, I went and got dinner for everybody. And when I was over there getting dinner, I pocket dialed Melissa. She's like, is everything okay? Whoops. Yes. Yes, she will. And we may send the police to your house. Now, that's a good friend. Some people are like, why would you send the police to my house if you haven't heard from me? Because you never know in this day and age. Somebody's fallen and can't get up. Is it just me that's liable to do that? I fell out of the bed last week. I laid down to take a nap, and thank goodness for the 4 pillows that landed underneath me. I only landed on my wrist that hurt a little. Laid down to take a nap, and I was twitching so much because of the physical problems I have. I was just laying there, and I couldn't stop. My body was jerking so bad I couldn't stop. And finally, I decided to get up. My bed is a higher bed than normal, so I kind of roll off of it. Apparently, I misjudged the edge because I went boom when I was on the phone with my husband. I had my phone in there on the bed because I knew he was going to call. Had my earbud in, and I fell off the bed. He says, it sounded like you fell off the bed. And I started laughing. I said, because I did. And my son is in the men's room, yells, I can't call 911. You're going to have to do it for yourself. I feel the love. I was laughing. That is the second or third time I fell off that bed. We're going to have to get a shorter bed as I age. Oh, Stephanie Stitches says, Coleen Stephanie Stitches says, yes, my autumn box, but it's sold out. Thanks for asking. Oh, that's why I couldn't find it. I'd seen that you showed it. I wanted to look at it at least. I can't get it. I have last year's. That made me so depressed that my computers and everything was going wonky on me. And that stayed in the bag until I think January. I finally opened the bag for last year's autumn box just to look at it, to make myself happy. Doesn't that sound awful? I did. I took it out of the bag and I just looked at it and petted the fabric for a little while and I put it back. I'm very glad it sold out though. Congratulations. So, hey, don't forget those emails. Get in there quick. And if you go visit my content creating friends, I did share Melissa, right? Okay, got Melissa in there. Sherlock. I don't have Sherlock's. Melissa. Oh, Sherlock. I'll scroll up and I'll find you and get you in there. Maybe. There she is. That is not the right button. I'm telling you, a little while off and everything is just new. There we are. And just in case she puts up something new, we're going to share Sherlock's. I interrupt myself all the time. If you don't like that, you may not like me. I have more squirrels. My husband, I was telling Dawn this, that I think I commented on one of her videos. My husband was asking me because I was like, I've got to figure out how to organize so I can do things more effectively when I'm on YouTube. And he told me everybody likes my personality. I was like, I know, but I need to feel like I'm productive and doing something. And he says, well, what do you like about the people you watch? And I said, they're very efficient in the way they explain things, very well articulated in the way they explain things. Me, I start and then swirl. And there is no telling what I'll say. I said, but that's my personality. And as much as I try to change it, he said, well, you can't change your personality. People like your personality. I was like, well, good, because that's what they got. Oh my gosh. This weekend, I thought I would re-edit the 3-yard quilt I did 2 years ago into one video, better edited because the first ones weren't. And I was going through those and I really thought I should say to everyone, I am so sorry for posting those. They were my first ones. Everybody knows. But I was like, I was trying to squish them together and I thought, wow, this is taking way too much editing. It's going to be like click, 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 clips all the way across. I don't know. I don't know about that. But, oh, Sherlock. Let's see. I missed something up here. We got good stories. And that's kind of what today is. That's just visiting and stories. And it's mostly the ladies in the chat. I have lots to say, but I'm not gonna. See. But we'll all enjoy watching Stephanie do the autumn box. And we can follow around along with our own fabrics possibly. And then I don't know if she puts up the pattern that's out of the box later or not, but I'm trying to. I'm a horrible friend, Stephanie. I am so sorry. Gypsy Woman posted shorts of her featherweight. Okay, Gypsy Woman, I will get you in there. But Melissa says, I had a cop call me from Kansas to do a welfare check on my sister. I called all her kids and friends until I found her. My sister got mad. You see, I don't understand that. At least you have somebody that cares enough. At least she has somebody who cares enough to try. I recently found out a person I knew passed away and no one found them. I guess of natural causes. They weren't in good health as far as I know. For 3 weeks. No one checked on them for 3 weeks. And I was like, and that's when I started going over to my mom's house. It was a little while after that I found out about that. And I was like, see, it happens. People don't check on people. And if I hadn't went to my mom's house, you know, guys, not all guys sometimes are self-absorbed and think because women do so much, we will take care of ourselves when we need to. And that's not always true. I will sit with some, I could have, you know, that thing that came out a couple of years ago that I got, and I won't go to the doctor until it's just like then I couldn't breathe. My mom couldn't get out of bed. My dad was crying when I took her to the hospital. And he was so excited every time I went over there. He says, I told him, Coleen's here. She's going to get her. She's going to make her go. But, you know, so check on people. And you know what? Tough if they get mad. Rather than be mad than laying dead. That was unpleasant, wasn't it? Anyway. Stephanie saw the featherweight. She said, it's gorgeous, Wendy. Sylvia and her sister check on each other every day. Good. Let's have some groups of friends that they all check on. One's 94, one's 85, one is just widowed at 55. Oh, okay. Did Sherlock go away? Sherlock. Oh, tell them the Amazon story. Okay. Yes, I saw the Amazon. I was getting there. Good morning, Deborah. I was enabling Deborah's shopping habits. Check my community tab because when I find sales that I think are just awesome, I will put them in there. When I want to share other content creators, I will put them in there. Occasionally, if I have something useful to say, I won't put it in there. Okay, the Amazon thing. Sherlock, Lori, ordered a special bed frame, a heavy-duty bed frame. She ordered a bed frame from Amazon. She's waiting for it. She gets a big, and I was telling my husband about this last night. She gets a box. You know, if you've ever ordered a bed frame, they come in a box about yay big, around, and really tall. She gets a box like that. It's light bulbs. She gets a hold of them. They tell her, keep them. We'll ship you the bed frame. Keep them for free. We'll ship you the bed frame. And she's like, what am I going to do with these light bulbs? Because they're like long, like shop light thingies. Last I saw, they were still sitting at her house. I don't know what she's going to do with them. Put them on Facebook Marketplace. Anyway, so now she has a huge box of giant light bulbs. So she sends a picture the other day, another big box about the same size next to it. It wasn't a box. It was rolled up. It looked like a box to me until I scrolled down. It's about yay big around and tall. It's a rug, an area rug. Now she has an area rug and light bulbs and still no bed frame. And she goes to Amazon to put a quite accurate review. She gets a message from the seller saying, basically, that's too negative. We're not going to post it. And took it down. You got light bulbs and a rug. Why do you deserve a good review? And they're giant. And then they just leave it with her. I mean, if it's the rug she is using, I think she put it in one of her sewing rooms. She needs to trim it down, a corner of it trim. somehow get to fit. It's pretty. I don't know. I thought it was pretty, but still, I mean, light bulbs and a rug when you ordered a bed frame and you are going to take down an accurate review. It is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, that's what I was thinking. It had something to do with when the boxes go out. Quilting with Stephanie Stitches says, we'll list the pattern after the box ships out. So pay attention to our store. I can't buy anything for a few months. Again, our lawnmower, when I stopped going to my mom's and I took a break from donating after Josh graduated, I was off for like a month from donating. I just started again week before last. And that was because our lawnmower broke. Our riding mower, my husband went and bought a push mower, and he's like, I'll just push mow the yard. We have a big yard. Even though we're in the city, we have a big yard. It took him 3 hours to push mow the yard. He came in beet red, sweat dripping off him. I put his head in, I said, put your head in his sink. No, I was not trying to drown him. I may have been trying just a little bit. Don't tell. Anyway, I said, put your head in the sink because I was overheated. My mom's, I put my head in the sink, cold water, cooled me off faster. And he did that. And he was like, good. I don't feel like I'm going to pass out now. After I said, we're going to stay here until this cold water stops running warm off of him. So I said, okay, command decision. We're getting a lawnmower. We had enough saved for it, but you don't want to spend your entire savings on a riding mower. So I thought I would go back to donating now that I'm not doing anything else that gives me time to recuperate. And I got my days a little bit further apart, so my body has time to recuperate. So anyway, that's where the money's going for at least next 3 months to help pay for that. And he's getting overtime to help pay for that, to get our, when you own a house, you don't have to, you should keep some savings in there in case something breaks down, like, the washer. I'm not going to say that thing in there because that's the oldest thing we have in the house and it's due. Not buying it. Anyway, I'm not buying anything for a little while. And I'm okay with that. I've got plenty. I take that back. I bought the SF-101. I'm getting that this week for these. So I can still get little things. Oh, Sherlock. Let's see. I'll get down there. Wendy says, I bought a heat press from Amazon and got a used and returned one. Still had the return tag from the last buyer. I have seen that happen a lot. It hasn't happened to me yet. I bought a sander for my dad because I thought he'd like helping sanding that table. So I bought him one. I took mine over there. And when I got us one, my husband kept telling me, don't leave mine over there. I'm not going to leave yours over there. Don't worry. My dad's getting the one I just got from Amazon. Was it used? No, it wasn't used. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. And you can't talk with a human. It was a bot. Yeah, that's frustrating. Quilting with Stephanie Stitches. Gotta love Amazon. We ordered a door alarm a few months ago. We first got a box of crayons, then a replacement car air filter, then a alarm. Oh my gosh, I've been really lucky with Amazon. Oh, Gypsy Woman. Not Gypsy Woman. Lori, I got a refund plus $60 Amazon gift card. The customer service lady couldn't quit laughing. Oh, I forgot about that. Shame on me. Yeah, she died. She did. I completely forgot the end of that story. I was just like thinking, you've got lights and a rug now. And Gypsy Woman is, you got to talk to a real person, Lori? What? I'm sure that wasn't fair. Wendy said it took forever to get her money back. Amazon's tough to deal with, Melissa says. Sherlock says, you can talk to a person, Wendy. Go to the order section on Amazon on the product you order. That's right. Melissa says she understands she got a new fridge and AC in the last month. And somebody else, who was it? had freezer problems. Oh, it was Dawn. She told it on her channel. I'm not telling anything I think that my mouth should stay shut about. But the freezer came unplugged, so they lost. Really, Melissa, I don't know if it started with you or her. I know it didn't start with me, but it was like tragic events. Boom, 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 boom. Big, expensive things having to be replaced. Such is life, but yeah, it sucks. Especially when you have all the pretty fabric. Like over on Etsy at Stephanie's shop. Okay. Wendy says, yeah, I can't buy anything for a while. Storm took out 4 trees we had to have removed and then repair the fence they destroyed. Oh my gosh. Well, it says, too bad you can't mill the trees. Wendy would have enough lumber to build a house. And Melissa's been canning all the meat in her freezer right now. Yeah, I've never canned. Melissa cans. I've got a girlfriend. She sent me a bunch of pictures. Apparently her mother-in-law decided they needed to can peaches, I think. Yeah, big crates of peaches. And they had just done several 5-gallon buckets of green beans. No. Some of the Alaska preppers I watch have their own small lumber mill. I think that's smart for them. Yeah, I've seen that. It is. My husband, we have it's brush. The trees start falling down and he can't get under them with the riding mower, so he cuts the limbs off so he can get under them. And the limbs stay in the yard. I tell him we need to get a burn barrel, or you need to dig a burn pit, because I don't like having brush piles in the yard. One's right out my window. It's in the back of the yard, but anyway. So that is what I have been up to. And I have goals. You know, told you I'm on Melissa's channel. I have goals. I'm going to try to do a longer content, probably in like series form, on Fridays, 6 p.m. Central, because that's kind of at the start of my weekend, and I'll get to stay and try to keep up with the comments and everything that way. Problem is, I try to do things like that, and then, oh, somebody's live. I need it on my TV. Oh. So at 6 p.m., by the way, my friend Dee Dee, cleaning, organizing, all kinds of fun things like that, she puts up videos at 5 p.m. Central Time. So I was going to try 6 p.m. and I've got a hooded towel. It's not the best tutorial after I posted it. I was like, I can do better than that. But anyway, a hooded towel, the bag that I made last year, finally got that edited and it's up. And I need to make 2 more hooded towels. I need to put a question up on my community page, I guess. I was thinking about doing one of those live because it may take 2 lives. And I don't know how often I'm going to do lives, but if I do them, they're going to be Tuesday mornings like this. Probably not as early. I just like, rip the Band-Aid off, get in there, get in front of the camera, get it set up, talk. What's nice is a lot of the people in the chat, I know their voices. So when I'm reading their chat, I can hear their voice. How long have we been? Oh, we've been here a little bit over an hour. I think it's time for us to wrap it up and go. Oh, you're welcome, Dee Dee. Oh, and I need to show y'all that little printer I got. Dee Dee shared it on her Facebook page. She also, check out everybody's Facebook pages. And now that we're at the end, I do this sarcastically because I don't know why. I enjoy doing it sarcastically. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, give me a like, ring the bell so you get all the notifications, and subscribe to my channel because YouTube likes it, and comment. YouTube likes comments too, but keep them nice because I hold all comments until I decide whether they're nice or not. Oh, and look, my bot's helping me. And I did find the editor that Melissa suggested. I did see on that where it has that thing that pops across the screen that says subscribe, and it clicks, and I need to put those on my videos. I didn't this first round because I was just trying to get them edited, get them up. I don't have the beginning. I don't really have the end. I just have me talking, introducing myself, and saying bye. It's one of those things. That's just, I'm like, YouTube doesn't pay me enough to do better. I am trying. Okay. Let's see. I saw something. Dee Dee thanked me for the shout out. She says, thank you for the shout out, friend. You're always welcome. All my friends are always welcome. Makes my heart happy. Gypsy Woman said, we don't can. We just vacuum seal and put them in the freezer. Hurricane season, Melissa says, without house damage. I'm trying to scroll through because we're getting off here. I think everybody say goodbye. And Coleen Stephanie Stitches says, gotta run, need coffee before I start getting the mommy calls. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great day, Stephanie. Missed you. Oh, I missed my friends. I really I missed interacting with my friends. I don't know that I'm going to go into lives and chat, except for the ones that I'm moderating in, because those cause me anxiety. I think it's because I talk too much. So I'll just watch them and try to comment afterwards. Have a great day, Melissa says. Have a great day, Gypsy Woman says. My big tidy up. Love you so much and happy to see you live again. Have a great day. See you all next week. Bye for now, Fern King says. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for putting up with my time off. I so appreciate it. In case you missed Melissa's sewing bee with us all, I really do appreciate all you guys that stuck around this entire time, not knowing if I was going to actually get back on YouTube or not. And that means a lot. I expected to see, people take off because they're tired of waiting. And I don't blame them. I wasn't doing anything. But, y'all stuck in there. I'm getting new subscribers. I appreciate that too. I talk with my hands too much. We're going to have to work on some things again. I was training myself to do well on YouTube. And then you're lucky I don't have a hick accent after going to my mom's every weekend. That's all I can say. Have a great day. Have a great week. Be the light you hope to see in others.